I want to say, Sony ma'am, actually in a love story, older woman, younger man. Why not?
Yeah, why?
Cool. Why not? I agree.
Yeah, Sony ma'am, let's do this.
The relationship. I mean,
You guys
honestly,
were
you have
making
interviews.
movies. Anyway, very sweet to you. Thank you so much. You made my day.
We want to see a story like that, and it's
Yeah.
engaging because it does happen. But why?
I remember
45
actually discussing with Neena ma'am that, and she said me, Sony, and we have a girl gang ourselves, and they were like, maybe someday you can do a 4 more shots, please, with
Yes,
these women.
you
And
must.
why not? Yeah, we
You
should
have to.
Yeah,
I
and
agree.
like they can. Yeah, why not? It'll be so fun.
For all film-related interviews, reviews and content, please like and subscribe to Pooja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Lovely meeting you, my three lovely ladies. But I must say, when I watched your mini series, I was pleasantly surprised because the three of you are known to, work in cinema and, basically be associated with content that makes very strong statements. So I sat down with that perception ki ab kuch vartalap hogi, kuch, but it was just a breeze and so I would say warm because you all have addressed issues pertaining to your stories and the narrative in such a subtle way. There is no histrionics, there are no theatrics, but it's just like I could be sitting in a Kali Pili and somebody's just narrating a story to me. So what were your reasons when you came on board to do these miniseries?
Sony ma'am.
For me, I didn't know the director at all. Was contacted. For me, it was really the script. When I read the script for the first time, it really drew me in. It engaged me. It was just it was written in such a flow. And that's exactly the kind of work I love doing. So I was very, 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 I really wanted to do this film. And I was just so happy that it came about and I was able to finally do it. And, with Vinay Pathak, whom I've been wanting to work with for such a long time. That was really my reason. It's always the script, actually, to be honest with you. At least.
What I really liked was it's about a couple that have grown apart. They're separated. They come together. What would one expect in a typical one was like, abhi fire hoega, the skeletons coming, but it's just so sweet. That's what I liked, how an imperfect family is actually perfect. So did you kind of resonate with that entire thing?
Absolutely. And I just love the fresh perspective he brings to the whole relationship. Like when you get into the story first, you think they're a married couple. At least that's what happened when I was reading the script. And I'm like, oh, no, yeah, really? So I just love the way it just organic. It was actually just really organic. And I love that organicness about it. And I wait for scripts like this, to be very honest. So I feel very privileged, very, very privileged that I was able to do it. And yes, I just love the perspective because it's not cliche, not typical. And yet it's so engaging.
True.
Yeah. So and says so much. It says so much.
No, it did. It really did because it kind of was really. I just wish everything could be resolved the way it was in a Kali Pili and Bhara Kebab. Life would be so much simple. Shani, we've been speaking the last 18 months and each of your movies, strong statement ban raha hai. Isme like single jhumka also I felt kuch hoga, but it's just so beautiful. And it addresses what would you define as infidelity? What was, when you were given this on paper, how did you interpret it and what was your biggest takeaway?
Honestly, I've been saying this in all the interviews. It was so long back, I don't actually remember much. But, first of all, the script was really very sweet and it was very uncomplicated, although you're talking about something so complex and, the relationships and the three characters, what they share, it's quite complex, but it's still such a simply told tale, and I love simple films. I love simple storytelling. I believe it's the most difficult to do, to make a simple film well, and I think Adeeb, if you speak to him or ever meet him, you'd know that, he's really the sweetest boy and he comes with such a fresh, happy energy. And I loved, I was more than excited to do this with him. And my two co-actors, Bhuvan, who was my classmate in FTI, And so we've grown up. Grown up in the sense, we've studied together for 3 years, and we were. So it's very different, because जिनके साथ आप पढ़ाई करते हैं, वो एक अलग ही bond होता है, and he's a very dear friend of mine. And Priyanshu, who's been my short film partner for the last, I think, 7-8 years. We've done so many short films together, and so yeah, it was just very comforting, honestly. I think it was like a 2-day or a 3-day shoot, and it was just like jamming with your friends and not very complex. Very easy. The crew was very young, and it was really great fun. Of course, when it comes to infidelity, I think we all have different takes, and I think we all look at it differently at different age. I looked at it differently when I was 16 years old. I looked at it differently when I was 25, and now I look at it differently. So I think as you grow older, your moralities also change. Your wo daira jo hota hai, those boundaries, they become a little bit more hazy, and you realize, boss, life is too short to take so much stress. As long as you're happy, and as long as you're good, and you're not hurting anyone. So I think Single Jhumka also ends in a very sweet note, and I love the honesty with which Ashima comes and explains herself, and it's very refreshing. And I sometimes wished, when I was doing it, I was like, I wish I was like this. Not that it ever occurred that I had to have this conversation, but if I did, I would actually want to do it in this way. It was so lovely.
And I have a man who understands it and understands it.
True.
Usually
Absolutely.
fidelity, it's that gut-wrenching guilt, tears.
Yeah.
We went just like a wave.
Yeah. And also, I think, when it comes to women's sexuality, like, you could still have a man cheating on the wife and the wife being okay with it, but the other way around doesn't happen a lot, especially in cinema or whatever. The other way around. So that was cool.
That was lovely. Manvi, Marriage 2.0. I like the couple and their dynamics. They both sit, discuss each other's crushes, and फिर थोड़ा सा वो भी आता है. What was your reason when you came on board to do this? And I like, in the end, it comes from you, not from the man. She suggests that maybe they can think of an open relationship, which for many couples these days is actually, each to his or her own, is quite the easy way out to maintain the harmony in their lives.
Yeah. No, so I think this is my favorite genre, like this slice of life, relationship discussions and relationship conversations. This is my favorite genre. I love, because I think humans are so beautifully complex, and their relationships are so beautifully complex that, you can, just to be able to portray that on screen is, I think, it's like so delightful. So when I read the script, I had the same reaction. I was like, oh my God, like, these are conversations that I would love to have with my partner or my friends, or, maybe even my parents someday, and I when I met Adeeb, of course, he's like we all agree, he's such a lovely guy. And actually, like, you can see it in the films. You can see it in the films that the kind of empathy and warmth that you see on screen is obviously coming from somewhere, and that's him. And so, yeah, I think, and the lovely part of the film is that at no point are we endorsing a particular lifestyle, nor are we dissing a particular lifestyle. It's just what it is. Like, we're just presenting something, and it's up to people to reject it or accept it, but at the same time not judge someone else who's who's maybe accepting it or not accepting it. So it's very to each his own. That's the space that I also personally come from when it comes to relationships, when it comes to marriage, and all these other labels that we have. So and I think that's something that the film like really pushes forward. That's the messaging, that one to each his own. Like, when you're every relationship is about those two people and those two people alone, nothing else. And of course, that there has to be that, you have to have that room to be able to talk to each other about anything and communicate your deepest, darkest fears and deepest, darkest desires. It is the most intimate relationship you will have with somebody. So why not make it equally intimate emotionally as well? So, yeah.
And Soni ma'am, now coming to you. Now, these two young ladies, and so your daughter are the face, I mean, represent the face of the new cinema and the narratives. They are willing to sink their teeth into anything that comes their way. You also were the face back in the day. उसको parallel cinema कहते थे, वो आजकल हमारा regular cinema है. Are you happy saying these conversations, the kind of narratives being written?
I mean, the whole game has changed, if you ask me. The things we're doing today, we did not do that in those days. You know, there were still lots of things were not really. We could not be as free as we wanted to be in our expression. So the wonderful thing about today is that we are much freer, and we have the ability to explore. And apart from that, I think people are. I mean, this younger generation is just incredible. They're 500 times, streets ahead of us, and the way we were also. So their outlook on life is so different, so refreshing. But sometimes at the same time, I feel that they're also slightly more prudish than we possibly were. So it's this very nice sort of a cocktail of contradictions that we have, and I think that's what evolution is all about. So it's just the way things are. So it's wonderful to see. It's wonderful to see young kids today just having such a lovely zest for life and so intelligent. I just love their intelligence and their ability to they're so clever, they'll immediately tell you, what. So their brains are way more evolved than ours was. 100%. I believe that.
But you were part of those actors whose brains also were evolved back in the day, the kind of cinema.
Oh no, I feel like I was an idiot, complete idiot. And I felt I was really naive and I didn't know anything. And if I had known then what I know today, I would have been somebody else, I'm very sure. So I would have been somewhere else also. So I think, I think I was very stupid. Sorry. I don't agree with you at all.
All of you, three of you have done cinema. From 2 hour long narratives, you have done 1 hour long stories, you've done web series. Now you're doing a 30-minute. What personally as actors challenges you and you enjoy most the format?
Mans?
This is Shayani's favorite question, which is why we're giggling.
But it's lovely to have a 20-minute mini film that says everything. You don't need to laboriously sit through a 2 hour long narrative.
Laborious.
They all have their charm. I mean, which is why they're all existing still. So they all work in certain situations and don't work in certain situations. So of course, a film is a film. Watching a long form, like a 2 hour, 2.5 hour film, is just something which we all know enough about. So I'm not going to go there. Watching a series is, while it's slightly longer because it's more of a commitment, and then if you have more seasons, then it's a longer commitment. But there's also that much more for you to sink your teeth into because you're the story is that much better laid out. The characters are well fleshed out, not just for actors and the makers, but also for the audience. And I mean, there's a little bit of investment even as an audience in each character that you watch. And then, of course, there are short films which are more like snackable content. And, so it's like your mealtime watch, like you're having dinner and you don't want to start a new show because that's a longer commitment. You don't want to maybe watch a whole film because, again, you'll have to keep pausing, abhi khana aur lena hai, abhi pani pina hai, all of that. So you just watch a short film, which is like a 20-minute or a 30-minute film. And it's you feel good. I feel for the makers, it's a bigger challenge though, because you have to take that much time. You have to be able to tell them what you want to tell them with which is why I think most short films are with usually 2 or 3 characters at max, like not more than that, because then you're not doing justice to those characters. So yeah, I think they all have their USPs and that's why they're all thriving in today's time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shani, for somebody, and I also will come to Soni ma'am, for somebody who has been the face of, such narratives and which have started conversations, which is one thing that you really face we should be discussing, because here we discuss a whole lot of things, but as a woman, as an actor, as a creator, what do you think are the stories we should be telling now, going forward?
all kinds of stories. What baffles me is we are a country with like so many people, and each person has at least like 3 to 4 interesting stories to tell, which are just enormously unique to them. And still we keep rehashing the same Romeo and Juliet and, or whatever, the few, classics that we have. And I think what's really interesting is, and what Manvi was also saying, I love slice of life films and relationship films, films about people, films about their little narratives, their humor, and that's why also in regional cinema, it is much more interesting today to watch regional cinema, because if you see, there's incredible films that are happening in the Malayali film industry, and it's incredible, and each story is so different from one another. And why can't we, all of us talking here, we have at least 5 different very interesting stories, incidents that have happened in our lives, and so I just want to see more indigenous stories, more local, native, personal stories, which are humane, which are funny, which have, different textures. I want to see different colors, different kind of faces, different languages. So, because, we are so lucky, that we have been born in a country which is so incredibly colorful and diverse. So I think, and that kind of representation, and definitely representation of the marginalized section, because, and them telling their stories, I feel, again, Northeast, people from the Northeast telling their stories, and writing stuff for themselves, people who are part of the LGBTQIA community, them telling their stories, them being cast, more and more people who are not conform, who don't conform to the binary, representation of actors, from the non-binary LGBTQIA community. So that's what I think. All kinds of stories should be told, and not just, just one kind. So I think it's a very interesting time, and it's exciting.
True. And Soni ma'am, like your very close friend Neena Gupta had also said कि पहले हमारे लिए roles नहीं लिखते थे, but now you all are appearing as the stars of the show. This is also really heartening because there is enough space for everyone. So what are the kind of stories you feel we also should be narrating for someone who's been in the industry for long and, was part of movies like path-breaking movies like Mandi, etc.?
It's all happening, I completely agree with Shiny when she's saying, whatever she said, put it so beautifully. All these different types of stories, there are so many different flowers in the garden, and if you had only one type, you'd be so bored. So thank God that we're getting now a chance to tell these stories. Of course, it is really up to the content providers, the ones who actually choose the stories, to also realize that the audience also wants to see different stuff, and not get stuck in one genre, because we have a tendency that the minute something works, we will continue in that genre only. So we'll have 101 Mirzapurs and Patalogs, God knows what, where, there is so much more to life. And what's wonderful for people like Neena and me, and we are now getting as mature actors, we are getting work, lovely roles written, and having have the ability to able to essay those roles. So also I think what's happening along with that is the stereotypical mother, grandmother also image, and all those things also needs to be shattered and swept away into the dustbin. Because here now we really need to understand that older women are some of the most intelligent. They have lived such interesting lives. They've learned so much, and they have so much to offer to society. So more, I'm not saying it from my perspective, but since you said that what kind of, so I think, yes, definitely for women and men both, the elder generation has a lot to offer, and can entertain as much as anybody else. I think it's the death of all the love stories, and we've had a lot of them, and love stories will never go out of fashion. They will always be made, and they will always, there will always be a market for them, and that is the way it works. Most of the population is below 35 or whatever those demographics are. Having said that, there is a huge audience waiting to see their own age group, I'm sure. So so please carry on.
No, absolutely. And you're not mature, you are the younger one compared to all of us.
you know, honestly, like when I'm speaking to Sonia Ma'am now and I'm listening to her, I'm like, why will not somebody not cast? I mean, she's stunning, right? She's so hot. Like, why would she not be cast as, you know, like her narrative, like, you know, her relationships, her sexuality? Like, we don't explore these things. Only, I mean, a woman who is past 40, beyond 45 is now the mother or the, you know, then it just, you know, like.
I want to say, Sony Ma'am, actually in a love story, older woman,
Yeah.
younger man. Why not?
Yeah, why?
Cool. Why not? I agree.
Yeah, sorry, let's do this.
The relationship. I mean,
You guys
honestly,
were
you have
making
interviews.
movies. Anyway, very sweet of you. Thank you so much. You made my day.
We want to see a story like that, and
Yeah.
it's engaging because it does happen. But why?
I remember
45.
actually discussing with Neena ma'am that, and she said me, Sony, and we have a girl gang ourselves, and they were like, you know, maybe someday you can do a 4 more shots, please, with
Yes,
these women.
you
And I'm
must.
like, why not? Yeah, we
You
should
have to.
Yeah,
I
and you
agree.
know, like they can. Yeah, why not? It'll be so fun. And there are, and I actually know girl gangs of slightly older women, and they travel and they hang
Exactly.
out. I mean,
Absolutely, absolutely, and we have interesting problems also, which
And more interesting problems. You know, I was talking to my friend's mother's gang, and there are 8 women in that girl gang, and all of them are so cool and so fun. You know, in the afternoon, they would just open a beer bottle and be like chatting and, you know, about their, you know, and has a new crush, and, you know, someone's like sliding into her DM. And it's so cool. You know, somebody is happily married, somebody is divorced, somebody doesn't have children, someone has a child out of a, you know, so, and I was like, dude, why don't somebody needs to make this, you know, for one shot.
Exactly.
of issues that crop up as you grow in, you know, as you grow into life, and as you have kids or don't have kids or whatever. There's so many things which happen. You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Why can't we have a Thelma Louise with Sony ma'am and Neena ma'am? Yeah, why not? Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Bring it on.
Done.
Lastly, before we go, it's Kali Pili. Bombay is a narrative. And I also feel these mini taxis, you know, if these taxi drivers would want to tell you, they could be interesting filmmakers and storytellers. You know, they can tell you so much. Have you, the three of you, had any interesting Kali Pili moments, which was like, you know, a lot happens when you're traveling. Somebody's broken up, somebody's made up, somebody's got that call, somebody's heard something. You know, anything.
I had the most interesting chats with taxi drivers, but that was many years ago, because I haven't really sat in a taxi for a very long time. That is one of the things about having a little bit of money and being able to buy your own car. But all those years ago when I did, I have had wonderful conversations with certain taxi drivers who are completely highly educated and have discussed politics with me in the car and all those things. And so does, you know, so I think there is no dearth of, as you rightly said, stories which will come out. And taxi drivers are probably the ones who should be saying that we've had this experience, because they are the ones who have very interesting passengers and, you know, co-passengers, and are witness to, you know, lovers' quarrels and tiffs in the car, or mother and children's quarrels, and so all kinds of drama must be happening in taxis. I think they're the ones who actually tap for stories. You're right.
Yeah.
Shiny Neena, Amani, anything interesting? Neena Gupta is here.
You know, actually not in Kali Pili, but when I was trying to take a Kali Pili, I think it was my second year in Bombay, and I was going to town for a 12-hour performance. You know, it was an all-night performance that I was doing, and I had to reach around 12 o'clock. And, you know, tab to paise bahut hi kam hote the. So you would go till Bandra in an auto and then take a cab, you know, to go to town, because even those 200 rupees were very, very precious. So I remember I took an auto, and it was, you know, right after when you cross over, you know, that Bandra to go into town, this guy, the auto driver, he stood with me while I was waiting for a Kali Pili, and he said, "नहीं, आपके साथ मैं हूँ, कोई नहीं बेटी, कोई नहीं, मैं जब तक आपको नहीं मिलता है ना." Kali Pili came and it had a helper. He's like, "नहीं, इसमें मत जाओ, इसमें 2 लोग हैं." The second one came, he's like, "नहीं, ये ठीक नहीं लग रहा है, इसमें मत जाओ." And then the third one came, and till then he must have waited for like 10-15 minutes with me, and I was just so moved, you know. And that was one of the very first experiences in Bombay, that, you know, how beautifully, you know, I mean, the synergy in the city, and that's why I think everyone sort of feels at home, because the city runs because of, you know, your auto drivers and your taxi drivers. You know, they are the ones who run the city. And people who, you know, run trains and stuff like that. So I was just beyond touched. I'll never forget, you know. So
Absolutely.
for someone because for him, time is precious, you know, to be giving that much time to wait with a girl just to make sure she's safe is incredible.
Totally. Chalo, jate Manvi, before we wrap up.
Yes, no, the same. I love the cab drivers and the rickshaw drivers in Bombay. I think they're some of the best people, you know. I mean, they're so helpful. They'll go out of their way to help you, and they're very mindful of women passengers and all of that, which I haven't seen in any other city so far. But at the same time, I think they, like you said, they're like vessels of stories, you know. They have so much to say. Also, they've seen most of them, I mean, at least the ones, and I love talking to them. I keep asking, because I also feel it's important, because I think we all tend to kind of be stuck in our echo chambers. You know, we have our own set of friends, and I mean, we kind of lose, like, I remember just before the pandemic and even between the two lockdowns, I would specially take a rickshaw to ask them, you know, that, okay, acha aapke gaon mein kaisa hai abhi scene, because I was like, you know, the information that's coming to me is very filtered and or biased or of a particular leaning, and you know, based on algorithms, because it was all on social media that I was getting my information from. So things like that, and they've also seen through a lot of the Kali Pili taxi drivers are people who moved in the 90s. So, you know, they've seen Bombay change over the decades, you know, like and Bollywood, and a lot of them came to be singers or actors or, you know, true. So they have their own stories to tell. And I think I've had some of the best conversations with Kali Pili drivers. Yes.
Thank you, ladies, for your time. And well, Soni ma'am, looking forward to a traveling pants, Yaya sisterhood, Thelma Lewis now from you, with maybe these two young ladies. Thank you so much.
Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.